Hi all, very normal times. On this channel, you know I like to stay bipartisan. You know I like to be fair and balanced and just... Fuck it, let's get to the list. This list, what's the metric, Sam? How do you rate Tory to not a Tory? Nothing, it's completely arbitrary. There is no value to this list. It just felt right. And search your heart, you know it will be too. Ranking the political spectrum of doctors from the hit TV show Doctor Who. A list that will make you ask questions such as, how did we get here? Is Sam doing alright? And why is Peter Davison, national sweetheart he is, playing the most textbook Tory doctor we've ever seen on our screens? Like, this doctor is the kind of Tory who literally studied at Eton. A bourgeoisie blonde bimbo, but not a brain cell in his head, mostly there for the sports and character building. Utter contempt for all those around him. Oh, but he's the nice one. Get off. Number 2, it's Hartnell. He's just a man of a different era. This week we're going to the planet of the scary feminist women. Oh, no, quite no. Is it hilarious and confusing that an ancient immortal Time Lord gained all of his sensibilities off Victorian attitudes in 1960s Britain? I don't know, we let Grandad do his own thing, bless him. He's from a different time. Number 3, not many people happy about this on the board. 11 is textbook Tory, and you won't tell me otherwise. I'm not sure 11 can even comprehend politics. Well, he pretends not to. That's the giveaway. This is a decision mostly informed by the actor's own politics, his upmarket companions and locations, do we ever get out of Ledworth in Series 5? And the general playing innocent in secrecy whilst also committing awful, terrible acts. For the record, like most Tory politicians, I will not be taking questions at this time. If you're currently writing an angry comment, there are so many other things in the world right now that deserve your outrage more. 11's main deal for 2 series is that he's basically an irresponsible demigod out of control who's gotten so complacent with his role in the universe that he's grown lazy and ignorant to the people he's hurting. And then never takes responsibility. If Series 5 tells me anything as a passing viewer, it's that this doctor would not vote for a pay rise for nurses. McGann, apart from obviously stepping out of Edwardian era, I consider H one of the least trustworthy doctors as a whole, because you never know which H you're gonna get. Will it be the one that views his companions as tools and vanity items? Will it be the one who doesn't care when a companion dies? Or is it the weird one that reads as new labour? Also, haha, I'm the pretty pacifist one. Yeah, I might fuck around and man a battleship in the Time War. It's not my war, it never was. Apart from all those times I intervened in decisive moments. Troughton couldn't be that much of a Tory, right? Right? Well, his era still doesn't shrug off the outdated parts of the 60s. Pacifist societies are laughable pushovers in his era. All invaders must die. The UK military is a unilateral good force to go to, and Polly still occasionally makes the tea. Make the foundation of this society a man who never would. Cut to 2 rolling a bomb into a fleeing enemy spaceship. Oh crumbs, it seems I've committed a war crime, Jamie. 7 to me comes across as a confused, conflicted ex-Labour independent. His press team don't let him near social media, he's really weird with small sensitive issues, but most of all he's looking for his big Churchill moment. And who among us aren't, you know? Totally healthy, normal thing to strive for. Number 13, it's Whittaker. When I put this on Twitter, nobody had an issue with her being centre in the middle. And she is a centrist. When it comes to it, her morals and her episodes, as preachy and SJW think they may be, are so feckless that I can't call her an anti-Tory. Whatever an anti-Tory actually is. 11 wouldn't be a Tory, pretty sure 13 wouldn't either with her being northern. Yeah, I don't know, Chibnall era politics are really dodgy. Real comfy middle-class sensibilities and bad messages accidentally delivered in very controversial, confusing ways, seen here, and here. Her politics are done via gift set. She was definitely on Tumblr circa 2013, but learned all the wrong lessons from it. She keeps up appearances, she scores points, but you know deep down, she's also almost certainly a TERF. 4 doesn't have a political spectrum, man. He's just on another planet entirely. There was that one time he got involved in politics, but man, that's the 70s, dude. 3 is a strange man. Probably the least Tory, but also very traditional as a person. Pertwee's doctor's like my dad. I can't get a read on him. His political compass is so unpredictable and deranged. Hates the political establishments, anti-bureaucracy. England for the English? Good heavens, man! 3 is a strange entity, an era where traditionalism met progressive morals and companions, and environmental corporate criticisms were still considered basic common sense. To me, 3 reads like a fucking eco-fascist. And if you want me to elaborate on that, check out this audio. Now 6 may have the pretentious, learned vernacular of bourgeoisie, but he's actually a figure that speaks truth to power more often than not. He's the vocal whistleblower on corrupt systems. He's also a very good egg. On to the last 3. The Davis doctors were always going to be on this end of the arbitrary spectrum. Yeah man, this video is fucking nonsense. Now 9 is very selective about people. To me that screams total Tory. But is that more about having high standards and not wanting to fraternize with people who fail your moral test? But he's a Davis doctor. Davis killed Boris Johnson in his universe and turned him into an auton. Yeah, another reason to skive off work. 9 is lefty ex-military, and of course goes through rampant character development. Growth and change as a person are the antithesis of being a Tory. Number 10! David Tennant's doctor denounced Margaret Thatcher early in his run, and has no political compromises. Your government commits genocide? Boom, they're out. Cancelled. At first I thought, is Ten a socialist? And then I realised the brain rot had set in from week 4 of self-isolation. Which is why this entire list exists at all. But no, 10 is a ridiculously anarchic idealist. There has never been a doctor more anti-war, whilst also capable of pretty shitty things. He vehemently hates every soldier ever, and loses respect for his friends whilst they work for the government. It also takes him here. A friend on Twitter also pointed out he briefly considered assassinating the president. So, him, huh? And last of all, on the other end of the spectrum, it's Tory. What the fuck are numbers? I sound like Pretty Patel over here. The 12th Doctor is everything that Malcolm Tucker isn't. We're battling the suits. He takes time to educate his old granddad at the dinner table. No, you can't say that word anymore. Other than his strange views on medication, I don't think you can find a doctor that's more staunchly against the likes of Trump. Late-stage capitalism and racism. This doctor is one step away from throwing a milkshake at a Dalek. That's the list. Why did I make the list? It's 8 AM. You can't tell me what to do. If you're unhappy with the juvenile opinions expressed in this video, I am very sorry you feel that way.